Hi, Eric Wilson here, 30-year independent licensed mechanic with 30 years experience. And on the next short while, I'm going to show you the inside story on this 2017 Ram 1500 Eco Diesel so you can make yourself an informed decision. Now, coming in on the right front tire, you've got about 80% tread on aggressive snow tire. So definitely a lot to tread, and a lot of tread left in there. Now, coming behind the front right tire, this is the right outer tie rod. Now, this is critical. It's the only thing that holds the right wheel to the steering, and this is tight. This is the right lower ball joint. Again, critical because it holds the wheel to the chassis, and it is tight. This rubber boot here is the outer CV. It's full of grease, and if it was ripped, you'd see grease all over the place. Important not to be, because it lubricates the CV as you go forward. This here is your right front strut. Now, it's full of oil. If it was leaking, you'd see oil dripping all the way down there, but that is not. This on your brakes, you've got about 30 to 40,000, almost practically brand new brakes on the front there. Rotors nice and clean. The inner CV boot, again, same thing, full of grease, and it was ripped. You see grease all over the place. This is your upper ball joint. Now, this is critical as well. It holds the right wheel to the chassis, and it is tight. And this here is your right sway bar link connector from here to here. Now, important to be connected because it dampens the sway when it goes around the corner. Now, on the bottom of this here, right here is the bottom of the oil pan, and no visible oil leak. This is the bottom of the transfer case in the front there. No visible oil leak that I can see. Another point right here, if it was going to leak, it would leak right here. If it's just with the drive shaft going out to the rear, and I don't see any indication of oil leaks on the front so far. Coming across to the left front tire, about 80% tread. The left brake's about 30,000 K. Not new, but right up there. Left lower ball joint is tight. Left outer CV boot, dry. Left inner CV boot, dry. Left strut, good and dry. Left upper ball joint is tight. Left lower ball joint is tight. The left outer tie rod is tight. The left sway bar link is tight, intact, and doing its job. The transfer case, another leak point would be right here for the transfer case going to the front. See for yourself, bone dry. Bottom of the transfer case, if it was going to leak, you see it leaking right along here. Good and dry. Another leak point where the drive shaft comes out of the drive. This is the rear drive shaft. Another leak point right here. Good and dry. Okay, following it down, exhaust. All your exhaust, very clean, very clean. Another leak point where the drive shaft comes into the rear diff. Right there, good and dry. Bottom of the diff, very dry, no leaks. Now, the right rear tire, 80-90% tread, definitely a lot to tread. Brakes, about, I'm going to say 20,000 K. Little less brakes in the rear than you have in the front, but definitely lots of K left. The right rear sway bar link connected from here up to here, doing its job. The right rear spring suspension, no cracks, no breaks. I don't see any indicate if this is a leak point. If the diff was going to leak, the rear axle was going to leak, you'd see it right here, good and dry. Okay, coming across to the left rear side, 80% tread. Your left spring suspension intact, no cracks, no breaks. Left sway bar link connector from here to here. No indication of rear axle seal leak. 20,000 K on your brakes. Spare tire and Class C hitch. Dual exhaust, not too shabby. 128,000 K, barely out of the starting gate for a diesel. No check engine codes that I can see. No cracks in your windshield. Dash, very clean. I'm going to take you out and show you the condition of the motor now. A shot of the exhaust with the motor running. Very, very clean. Now, the first thing I do on any vehicle, or you should do on any vehicle before you look at it, is first of all, take off the oil cap, look underneath and look for any indication of white goo, which would be a mixture of oil and antifreeze, which would mean an internal leak, i.e. a head gasket. And that's a good reason to walk away and have a good day, because that's a big problem. I'm not seeing any indication of that in this. In fact, I'm not hearing any indication in this motor of any problem. And in fact, I'm not seeing any problem with this truck whatsoever. As far as I can tell, it's been well maintained. Now, if you buy the vehicle, what you're going to do is you're going to contact me at safewitheric.ca, and I'm going to put on the 3 for free. The 3 for free consists of 10% fuel saving device that I've used for 30 years, never fails, never quits. It works for gas and diesel fuel. Doesn't matter. It always works, never quits. Secondly, I'm going to put a cat theft protection system on there so that people are not going to steal your cat, and it's a huge problem, costs you a lot of money. I'm going to shut that down before it happens with a simple system. And thirdly, an anti-theft system. Because sad fact is, anybody with a $1,000 scanner can steal this truck because it has a push button. And I can't go into explanation, but I'm going to put a system on that's going to stop that from happening, and this truck will be unable to be stolen. That is free, my friend, no cost. Call me, contact me, and I'll get that out to you if you buy the vehicle. Have a great day.